Hi everybody. So today we're going to be going over the instruments that are in the Carnival of the Animals. So the Carnival of the Animals is a song you're going to be learning about with your teacher Sheena. So today we're going to go over just the instruments in there. Okay. So first we're going to go over the strings. Right. These are all the string instruments. Starting on the right, we have the double bass, the really big one. And a little bit smaller is the cello. This is the cello. And then over here, this one is playing a viola. And this is a violin. But, I have one more thing. That's right. In this song, we have two violins. Two violins. Everywhere you see a violin, it's supposed to be two. So we have two violins everywhere. So just remember that, okay? Two violins. Okay. And for most of the parts of this song, it's going to have two pianos. So not just one, but two pianos everywhere. Okay. And starting with the introduction. The introduction is the first part, and that's with the strings and the two pianos. So you're going to see these guys playing together a lot. So you have the strings and the two pianos. Okay. So the introduction, it's the first part, has strings and two pianos. Okay. All right. And that's how the song begins. That's the start of the song. Then we get to the second part, which we call the hens and the roosters. Right. The hen is a girl chicken. The rooster is a boy chicken. So remember, the hen is a girl chicken. The rooster is a boy chicken. And we have the same parts, the strings and the two pianos, except we're leaving at the cello and the double bass. So two pianos with strings, but no cello and no double bass. Okay. Now the third part is called the wild donkeys. And they also call it the swift animals. Swift means like fast. So these are fast animals. This is a wild donkey. It's a little bit like a horse, but it's different. So this is a wild donkey. And the wild donkey just has two pianos. Two pianos. And if you're wondering what's it like for a donkey to practice going fast, well, when you have a baby donkey, they learn to go fast like this. Right? This is a donkey. Donkey. This is a donkey trying to run around and be fast. Okay. It's a little donkey. Okay. And part 4 is called the tortoise. Right. The tortoise is just like before. It has the two pianos, strings. So two pianos and a string. And what you have to remember about tortoises is this is not a tortoise. This is not a picture of a tortoise right here. See, that was a turtle. So the turtle has fins and the tortoise has feet. Okay. So the turtle can swim, but the tortoise likes to walk. Okay. So this part is called the tortoise. So the tortoise has the two pianos and the string. Okay. Remember that? And now the next part is the elephant. Okay. So the elephant has one piano and one double bass. Okay. Pretty easy to remember, right? So not two pianos, just one piano and one double bass. Those are the two biggest instruments, right? So that's why we call it the elephant. Okay. Next, you have the kangaroo. Right, these are the kangaroos, right, which is 2 pianos. So the kangaroos have 2 pianos, right, which also looks like this, by the way. The kangaroos have 2 pianos, right? The kangaroos have 2 pianos. Cool. All right. Easy enough to remember? Those are the kangaroos. Okay. All right. Now we're going to introduce a new instrument. Right? This is called the glass harmonica. It's a very strange instrument. Right? So the glass harmonica spins around, and you have this big part made out of glass. And when you touch it with your hand, it makes a sound, just like when you touch like a wine glass. You know, when you put your finger around the top, it makes a sound. So when you touch the glass part of the glass harmonica, it makes a sound. So this is, you can think of this as like lots of little cups or lots of glasses that are stacked together. We call that the glass harmonica. And by the way, this is what a regular harmonica looks like, right? Sometimes they call it a mouth harmonica, but when somebody says harmonica, this is usually what they're talking about. This thing this instrument which you can put in your hand. So the glass harmonica is this other completely different instrument. It has nothing to do with harmonicas at all. It's nothing to do with glasses either. Okay. And of course, we know the flute. So the flute, a long and skinny wind instrument to blow across it like that. Okay. This is the flute. 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 Okay. Now, part 7 is called the aquarium. Right. The aquarium is this big glass thing where fish live. It's called the aquarium. Okay. And the aquarium has the strings, two pianos, a glass harmonica, and some guy playing the violin. Sorry, the guy playing the flute. Right. So yeah, because of COVID, I guess we all got to play the flute with our masks on. Right. So when you guys are practicing your recorder at home, remember, wear your masks when you play the recorder. Okay. See how that goes? All right. Part 8 is called the characters with long ears. Right? So long ears like that. So talking about the rabbits. Those are the 2 characters with long ears. And it's played with 2 violins. Right? So the 2 characters with the characters with long ears is played with 2 violins, just like this. Okay. All right. Now our next instrument is called the clarinet. Right. It's a little bit similar to recorder, but longer, and it has the buttons instead of holes. All right. So this is the clarinet. Clarinet. Right. And also the clarinet has a reed at the top. So it's similar to your recorder, but it's got a few more things going on. So the clarinet. Okay. So part 9 is called the cuckoo in the depths of the woods. Okay. So a lot of new words here. Okay. A lot kind of confusing. A cuckoo is this. This bird is called a cuckoo. All right. This is a pretty cool looking blue bird that lives in the forest. So we call it the woods, right? So the forest, we call it the woods. So places where there's a lot of trees, we call it the woods. All right. So this is a cuckoo bird. Okay. And the cuckoo bird is played with 2 pianos and a clarinet. Right. So 2 pianos and a clarinet. So by the way, did you know that dinosaurs are really just birds? Birds are just dinosaurs. These 2 things are actually They're the same thing. Yeah, kind of strange. But yeah. So here's a bird playing a clarinet. Sort of. Sort of. Okay. Part 10 is called the aviary. This is a new word for you guys. Aviary. So the aviary is, you can think of it as a really huge cage where birds live. So this is actually a small aviary. There's some aviaries we can go through, and they're as big as a building, like as big as your school. So the aviary is where all these pretty birds live. Okay. So if you want to go see like really pretty birds, you go to the zoo and go to the aviary part of the zoo. And the aviary part of the song has 2 pianos, strings, and this weird looking guy playing the flute. Okay, so 2 pianos, strings, and a flute. Flute. Yes. That guy must have really interesting lips to be able to play that flute like that. Really cool. Okay. Now, part 11 is called the Pianists. Okay. Now, the Pianists are some very strange looking animals. Okay. These are not animals what you see every day, but when you get to look at them, they're very special. Okay. The pianists always play the piano. Okay. Pianists play the piano. Okay. All right. And the pianists has 2 pianos, but also it has all the strings with it. Okay. So the pianist part of the song has 2 pianos and all the strings. Okay. This is a pianist. Okay. Yeah. If you see one of these out in the wild, take a picture. Really strange looking. Okay. Now, on our new instrument is called the xylophone. Okay. So the xylophone, I think you guys have seen this before. It has wooden things, and we hit them with these mallets, and then underneath it, there's going to be some metal things which make the sound prettier. So, but this is okay, kind of similar to piano too, right? Because it has the same type of keys. Okay, so this is a xylophone. Okay, so our next part is called the fossils. Right, so a fossil is basically when the animal is dead and we only have the bones left over. Right, so there are a lot of things like dinosaurs that we can only find the fossils. We can't find a real dinosaur, except for all the birds and stuff like that. Okay, so all the bones are fossils, right? Fossils left over are when the bones left over. We call that the fossils. And so the fossil part of the song has 2 pianos, the strings, and a xylophone. It has a really pretty xylophone to listen to. Okay. And a clarinet. Right. So we have a dinosaur playing the clarinet, the xylophone, 2 pianos, and the strings. Okay. Now the swan part of the song. Now the swan is a very, very pretty bird, right? These big, white, very gentle animals. They like to swim in these lakes, and they're very gentle and pretty, right? This is called the swan. Right? Now the swan part of the song has 2 pianos, okay? 2 pianos and a cello. So 2 pianos and the cello make up the swan. Okay? 2 pianos and a cello make up the swan. Okay, now for the finale. The finale is the last part. Right? Here, finale is actually, it's not an English word, it's an Italian word. In English, we would say final or the end. But in Italian, we say the finale. The finale. Okay. And so the finale has the same instruments as the introduction, the two pianos, the string, and the glass harmonica, the flute, the clarinet, and the xylophone all together. Okay. So that's the everything from the beginning plus the glass harmonica, the flute, the clarinet, and the xylophone. Okay. So that's it. That is the Carnival of the Animals. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And so when you guys listen to the song with Teacher Sheena, I hope now you know some of the names of the instruments. Okay, that's it. I hope you guys are having fun at home and staying safe. Thanks. Bye.